The truth is, surviving a job you do not like can be very tough. I've had my fair share of it, and there are strategies that I put in place to survive this job until I was ready to move on. In today's video, these are the strategies and some of the mistakes that I made that I'll be sharing with you guys that you can learn from. The first thing I would say to you is never take your career life into your personal life. I know it can be very difficult to do, but you should be able to separate that. You should, in fact, separate it, because if you're not careful, you realize that by the time you're done with work, you're coming back home and you were just complaining. Me, when I was working in a job that I did not like, I found myself always complaining. I would complain from Monday to Sunday, and eventually I could see that this job was beginning to affect my person, because I would meet a person and everything I just want to talk about was the fact that I wasn't enjoying what I was doing. I was always complaining. I became bitter eventually, and all I could do was to complain. In fact, we know that complaining is not going to do anything. It's not going to change the fact that you're working in that environment. It's not going to change the fact that you have the job. It's not going to change the fact that you are there. So complaining is not going to do anything. You want to make sure that there is a clear separation between your personal life and your career life. You don't want to come back home, you're already checking your emails, this is outside work hours, but you're checking your emails. Your email is connected to your phone, even when you're on vacation. Your emails, your work phone is with you. You're not able to bring a separation between the job and your personal life. Eventually, if you don't create a boundary, you'd find yourself constantly complaining, find yourself constantly having to think that you have a terrible life, forgetting that it is just a job. It is just a terrible job. That is not your entire life. Eventually, you get to leave the job. And if you keep complaining and there's no separation between your job and your personal life, you would realize that you're not putting your best on the job. Yeah, you might be like, oh, or of course, like I don't even want to put my best in the job. I just want to do it. This is a job I do not like. Why do you think I want to put my best in the job? You want to really put your best in the job because you want to know that you are doing a good job. Although you do not like the job, if you begin to complain, you find yourself not actually doing the work properly, because at the back of your mind, you already feel, I don't like this job, so why should I put in my best? But you want to put in your best so you know that you're actually doing your best. You're putting in all the best that you can put in, like it is your organization, like you own it. So you want to actually work like you actually own the job. But if you're complaining, you are never going to put in all of those efforts. You want to know that by the time you leave the organization, they get to miss you. You're gonna miss me when I'm gone. You want them to miss you for a very good cause. Want them to look back and say, okay, yes, this person actually has a trademark in this office. Another survivor tip that I would mention is find something positive about this job. It could be a small aspect of the job that you like. Could it be that maybe you enjoy going to the office because you have like your friends as your team members, or there's just something in the office that you look out to get whenever you are in the office, or it's just a routine. There's a particular routine that you actually enjoy doing. Yes, although I didn't like the job that I was doing then, I was always happy to go in. There are people that I always like to see when I'm at the office, and there are people that I just want to relate with, talk to. So you need to be able to craft out what it is for you that can make your day at least a bit bearable. The next survivor tip: set a clear goal. What do you want to do next? Like, what is your next plan, basically? Yes, you found yourself in this job that you do not like, but what is your plan? It could be having to apply to other jobs. It could be personal goals about, working on your skills. It could be saving up your pay so that you'll be able to stand on your feet for a while until you get another job. These are clear goals. Sometimes the truth is it can get a bit difficult and becomes very hard for you to actually concentrate at work. At points, it might be that you've probably not gotten a job. And I know that people give advice to say that do not leave your current job until you get the next one. But sometimes you are not just able to persevere so much, or you've actually persevered and you've had it up to a year. So you feel like it's time for you to go. But before you go, do you have enough savings that you can rely on while you get your new job? This is something you need to think about. I had to save up for a while because I couldn't continue the job that I was doing then. But I had to save up for a while, and I needed to rely on that savings. So you need to have a clear goal. For you, it might not be to save up. For you, it might be to start applying for job while you are in your current when you're in that current job that you do not like. And for you, it could be that you need to get more skills. And for another person, it could be that they just need to leave their environment, basically, like now, like run and escape. That could be for you, but you have to have a clear goal. You just need to have something that is very clear and specific that you want to do next. This next tip, sometimes we take it for granted, but it's actually very important. You want to have something you do outside of work. Find a hobby, do something. Do not let your life just be wrapped around your job. It could be outside of work, I want to play golf. It could be outside of work, I want to go bowling with my friends. It could be outside of work, I want to go do karaoke. There just have to be something, because if you're going to a job that you do not like and you're just coming back, repeat the same pattern, go back to the job that you do not like, nothing that is actually bringing joy into your life or happiness. So you want to find something that will bring you joy and happiness while you are still at that job. While you're still at the job that you do not like, you want to know that there is something bringing you joy. You want to know that if I'm out with my friends, I'm totally locked out of work. I'm not thinking about job. I'm just majorly enjoying the moment that I have outside of work. Another tip that can help you survive this job that you do not like is to have something in that job that motivates you. What motivates you? For me, it was the pay. I knew that at the end of the day, I was going to get paid. And it was enough motivation for me at that very point in time. So find something that keeps you going back there. At the end of the month, when I get my pay, I smile. I'm like, oh, great. Thank God I have a job that, can give me this money. Just find something to motivate you, basically. Apart from the pay, I was also grateful that I had a job, that had something that I could use to pay my bills, that had something that I could use to sort out a few things. Yes, I didn't like the job, but this job was giving me the money that I needed to sort bills out at that point in time. So find something that motivates you around the job. And if for you the pay is not really maybe solving your bill, it could just be a job that you actually need to take until you get to where you want to attain. So these are things that could motivate you. Remind yourself that it's just temporary. It's not like a permanent part of your life. That's something I always say to myself when I was in that phase. I would always tell myself that it's just a bad day. A bad day does not mean that I have a bad life. Lastly, have a positive mindset about each day. I feel like this is the hardest thing to do, especially when the weekend is over and it's Monday and you are having to mentally prepare for what would happen at work. But while you are mentally preparing, have a positive mindset about that day. Because if you do not have a positive mindset about that day, if you just feel like, I do not like this job, I hate this job, and I'm going to this job, I know something bad is going to happen. Something bad might not actually happen, but because you already have that at your mind, you're going to attract something bad. And something bad is definitely going to happen that day. I'm saying this because I'm saying it out of experience. Yes, this coworker always triggers you, annoys you. Just because they annoyed you for 364 days in the year does not mean that they will annoy you on the last day of the year. So do not have an expectation that something bad is going to happen at work. This can trigger things that are not even supposed to happen. It can. There was a time when I was working in a place and I actually did not like what I was doing. And because I did not like what I was doing, I would always just expect that something bad would happen. And sometimes the other person would just talk to me in a very mild manner. But because I'm expecting them to say something that I do not like, I get triggered and then becomes like a very big issue. And then the person just hates me the more. And the person frustrates my life the more. Okay, yes, they were terrible towards you Monday to Thursday. That does not mean that they're going to be terrible on Friday, right? So taking that mindset to work, the mindset is actually going to help you enjoy your day. So yeah, that's basically all the survivor tips I've shared with you. If you've ever worked in a job that you do not like, please let me know in the comment section how you survived on this job. If this survivor tip helped you, please make sure that you share this video and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video so that YouTube can recommend it to other people. Thank you very much for watching today's video. I'll see you guys in my next video.